Happy New Year! Time to get me some Jazza markers by Spectrum Noir and play. Today I'll be exploring neurographic art with the help of Jazza and Spectrum Noir. By the way, neither of them are sponsoring this video. I'm using a sheet of Aspire Metallics paper. I love the metallic sheen that it gives, and I know that it's going to show through the marker ink. I know what I want to say, I'm just having trouble saying it. So then after I tried the Aspire Metallics, I'm going to try some watercolor paper. Let's see how that goes. At this point, I'm disappointed that the black is going down as a dark gray instead of black. So in order to get a blacker black, I need to go over it multiple times, which leaves streaks, and I'm not happy with that, but that's not the marker, it's the paper. Here I'm darkening up the lines because I want a little margin so that the colors don't overlap too much, or I get blue into the green and the red, and you know what I mean. So here I'm just beefing up the lines because I can. Just so that you know, I'm enjoying these markers. They have a soft brush nib, and they feel more like a paintbrush than some of the other markers that I've tried using. They just don't work well with this paper. I went ahead and finished it, and as you can see through my sped up coloring and drawing, the ink streaked on the paper, but that's not the pen, it's the paper. And I tried some different methods of smoothing out the streaking, and it didn't work, so I just reached a point where I had to finish it so I could try something different. No, I'm not naturally ambidextrous. It took a little practice to get where I am, but controlling 2 drawing devices at once is a little too much for me. Is it me, or does that spot under my right hand that later becomes purple look like a shoe? Here I'm putting down the color with the Spectrum Noir pencils and blending them out with the colorless blender. It worked for the most part, but if I was too heavy with the pencil, the blender just couldn't blend it out enough. But it was a fun experiment. Can't talk. Sorry. Hope y'all don't mind. I just skipped to the end because I was not enjoying this process. I wanted to get it done because of the way it looked. And it's not the fault of the markers. It's not the fault of the paper. It's the combination of the two. So I'm going to switch papers after I skip to the end and try again. Here I'm using Strathmore watercolor postcards with the alcohol markers. Is it a sin to mix alcohol and watercolor paper? Who knows? I don't really care. I had fun. I like the smaller size of the sheet. When I got to the point where I felt I need to finish it, it wasn't as stressful because I didn't have a whole big 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to finish. For neurological art, I think I'll stick with smaller sheets unless it's something I'm going to do over a period of a week or a month or something like that, just a little bit here and there. But that's not the purpose of it. The purpose is to get you into that zone, to get you mindful, to get you to concentrate on letting your stress out to create art. So I'm going with smaller pieces for neurological from now on. The alcohol markers didn't soak through to the back of the watercolor paper a lot. There was a little bit of soaking through, but it adds to the coolness of the card. Let's see, do I want to send this to someone? I think I'll keep it. Alcohol markers on watercolor paper is not a bad thing. So, there. And lastly, I'm using the sketch pens from the Spectrum Noir box to create the outlines of the neurological art, and using the Derwent Inktense watercolor pencils to color in the white space. This was probably the one I had the most fun with. I didn't have to put down a lot of pigment to get the colors down, and I had fun. Sometimes I don't get any work done because there's a cat in my chair, but I got him out today. So I hope you like the video. Please leave a comment if you're so inclined. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and tell all your friends, because you know someone wants to see it. Hugs and have a great day.